Hi and welcome to my reaction video to the Nostalgia Critic review of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Let's see what it has to say.
24th to the 26th. Hope to see you there.
All right, class, let's pick up where we left off yesterday.
Yes, Miss P.
Okay, we already have the satire of the of Harry Potter. So I think Malcolm is supposed to be Harry Potter. Strange. And Doc is supposed to be learning. Think about it. He seems a little bit bored. I'm ready off to a quick start.
Perry Bottoms.
Nobody likes a kiss-ass, Nigel.
But that's my name, Nigel Kissass.
Oh, right. Please forgive me. Startimus Expositionus. Between 1997 and 1998...
Okay, that was very funny. Nigel kissing Paul. Oh my god. Okay, that was a very good. Oh my god, that's okay. Why does he come up with all their names? Jesus.
Harry Potter was published at a time when kids' reading was very unpopular.
So, like now?
Harry Potter exploded into a worldwide phenomenon. Both children and adults couldn't put them down. Other authors flourished in the young adult boom, and book releases suddenly became pop culture events.
Oh, and it resulted in one of the most popular movie franchises of all time.
Would you like to teach the class?
Can I?
Not without your testicles. Balls to the wall.
Oh my god, on the bulletin board, are those?
His balls? Yes. Do you miss them, Nigel? Are you ready to behave? Testicles.
Oh my god. That's cool. That was very cool. That's very funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a sadist. Then that was a very good beginning to the video.
His back to kiss.
Is the Board of Education aware of this practice?
What they don't know can't hurt us.
Look, I know I was sent here to learn about Harry Potter, but I lived through all this. I remember how big it was and what impact it had.
Then why don't you enjoy it like everyone else?
I do enjoy it. I just don't love it.
Impossible. What could you possibly find?
Whoa. He doesn't love Harry Potter. Who doesn't love Harry Potter? Disclosure. I loved all the movies. I was 5 until my 5th, so I saw almost all the Harry Potter movies. So I started from the second one. I saw that in the theaters. Yes, until the last ones, till Deadly Hallows Part 2. And I also saw Fantastic Beasts, where to find them. And I also saw it in theaters. One anyway, I digress. Let's continue. So he doesn't love Harry Potter. Okay, I'm not complete. Well, I'm never surprised in you.
Wrong with it.
Nothing major, just little things like some of the acting and awkward moments or questionable ethics.
Well, class, I say we move on to our next lesson. How to make a fence-sitting Nostalgia Critic episode.
What?
First, you take a franchise with a huge following that might intimidate you.
That's not what I...
Then you nitpick little details that you probably didn't do enough research on.
Okay, that happens sometimes, but
Don't forget engaging your superiority complex.
I think everyone on the internet does that.
Then you wrap it up with sympathetic music, saying it's fine if you like it, even if others don't.
Even though you spent the whole time telling people why they shouldn't like it.
Cowardice Exodus!
Oh, very self-aware. Very self-aware. Oh my god. And actually, I think that some of his criticisms, because I don't always agree with his opinions, but I love his content, so
Okay, I have to admit, it's hard to talk about nostalgia now without talking about the Harry Potter movies. I've made jokes about this franchise for years, but
So is the American title, Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah, that is the first time I see that. Yes. Well, I'm from Europe, Belgium, so here is the Philosopher's Stone, and also in the UK. So that's interesting. It's the first time I saw that on screen. The more you know.
openly admit I don't really have a problem with them. I love it got kids into reading again. That opened up a creative world that's still being explored through media even today. It's just, I was a Lord of the Rings guy. That was the fantasy that spoke to me. So I never did end up reading the books or got too invested in the movies that started back in 2001 with Chris Columbus's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. But I was open to it and acknowledged these films are a very ambitious undertaking. More often than not, these films usually came out just a year apart, and they do not look like films that came out that quickly. It's just the little details that keep me from going nuts about them, but these details never end up actually ruining any of the films, at least not for me. So I figure maybe it'd be interesting to get the point of view of someone who's impressed with the films, but not obsessed with the films. Now I'm gonna look at it with the same nitpickiness I do with many movies, but now that 25 years have passed, try to understand why it's left such a lasting impression on so many for so long.
Especially, for me, it's very nostalgic. Very nostalgic. But I understand it's more, so it's more Lord of the Rings guy and Harry Potter guy. Okay. Everybody's opinion. I'm very curious what he has to say. Hopefully he isn't too nitpicky. Because Harry Potter isn't even dear to my heart.
Because sometimes it's good to look at something from a step back.
Good news, class. J.K. Rowling's revised textbooks have come in.
Ooh, let's see what revisions were made.
This chapter says wizards used to piss themselves and magic it away.
Well, that was unexpected.
This chapter says Dumbledore's gay.
I guess that's good to know.
Oh, a chapter on trans kids. She seems very angry.
Is there some enchanted medication that she needs to be on?
Let's take a look at Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Let's start off already nitpicky as hell with the music.
Okay, I don't understand J.K. Rowling's her opinion on certain things. You know, I love what she did to the Harry Potter world and everything, but I don't agree with that statement of hers. Yes, very touchy subject.
The theme is absolutely stellar. Honestly, it might be one of my top 10 favorites from John Williams. But sometimes I feel like it's trying to do more heavy lifting than it needs to. It's just a guy walking. Does a whimsical score happen when they're taking a dump too? Stop that! Stop that! My irritable bowel syndrome is not an enchanting moment! This is Professor Dumbledore, played by Richard Harris, meeting up with Professor McGonagall, played by Maggie Smith.
Are the rumors true, Albus?
I'm afraid so, Professor.
There's a pill that gets my hat as pointy as yours. They're approached by Hagrid, played by Robbie Coltrane, who brings him Harry Potter as a baby right after his parents have been killed.
Leaving him with these people, they're the worst muggles imaginable. This boy will be famous.
He's far better off growing up away from all of that.
He's better off being horribly abused for years until he comes to Hogwarts than we'll horribly abuse him.
That is actually a very good point. Very good point. Well, that's actually, well, if you think Dumbledore is man, wasn't there a better option? Jeez. Well, that was a very good point of the Nostalgia Critic. Very good point. Because Hogwarts wasn't well, wasn't very safe most of the time for Harry. Very good point. You have to agree with him on that.
I'm warning you now, boy. Any funny business, and you won't have any meals for a week.
11 years passed and Harry Potter has grown older, played now by Daniel Radcliffe. And I'll admit, when I first saw this, I didn't like the mean uncle and his family because they were so one note. But watching it now, they're so hilariously one note, they might be my favorite thing in the movie.
Why don't you just cook the breakfast and try not to burn anything?
There is no attempt to flesh these people out. From their cartoonish acting to their dozens of pictures of their son, but none of Harry. These are the ugly stepsisters if they mutated with Cartman.
Bring my coffee, boy.
Yes, Uncle Vernon.
What happened?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Oh, about it on the. Good pause. That's the point. They were also in the book. So it's a very good adaptation. Okay, maybe the one not, but that's their character. That's ripped straight out of the book. And the series goes even meaner. So, that's another assumption for another time, maybe.
I swear I don't know!
When we go out, we're going to buy you 2 new presents.
There's no such thing as magic.
My favorite is when Harry starts getting mail from Hogwarts. You'd think they'd want to hide that they're keeping the letters from him. But Harry catches his uncle burning them one night, and they're shooting it like he's gonna turn and be surprised that Harry's there and make up an excuse or something, but he's like, yeah, I know. What do I have to hide? I hate you. I also like this backwards homage to the birds where a bunch of owls are outside, and you think they're gonna fly in through the fireplace, but instead...
We're going away! Far away!
They move to an outhouse, a lighthouse, and Christ, you have to admire their persistence. They are so dedicated to making Harry miserable that they'd make themselves miserable just to guarantee he suffers. Hagrid finds him though, and oddly enough, a lot of my issues with these movies can be summed up in this one moment when he confuses his cousin for Harry.
You're a bit more along than I would have expected, particularly round the middle.
I'm not Harry. I am.
Well, of course you are.
Now, is that an awful moment? No, not by a long shot, but it just feels a little off. Maybe a double take from Hagrid or Harry saying his line a bit.
Really? Oh, really? A little bit awkward. Why is it awkward? I can't believe you just said it. I can't believe you just said it. Awkward, come on, please. It was not awkward. It was fantastic. Oh, bloody hell. Let's continue.
Quicker, or even showing he's debating whether or not to come forth, saying that he is Harry, he might be afraid of him or something. It's a small moment that just doesn't fully feel figured out. Now, like I said, that's a crazy nitpick, but a lot of moments work this way, particularly with the child actors. None of the kids are terrible by any means, but most of the time they either underact a bit or overact a bit, and the scenes usually don't have enough of a punch at the end to make up for it.
You've made a mistake. I mean, I
respectfully disagree. Full-heartedly, I respect it, but I disagree. Very much. Let's continue.
can't be a wizard.
Anything off the trolley, dears?
No, thanks. Whoa. With the elixir of life, Voldemort will be strong again. He'll come back.
As long as Dumbledore's around, you can't be touched.
Feels weird, but I'll allow it.
But okay, here's where I'm starting to come around. This wasn't just preparing for one film, this was preparing for 8. They had to get these movies looking as epically magical as readers imagined, while working within the time restraints of child labor laws and just the kids growing up. In fact, my guess is they probably ended up casting the kids last because of that. It's honestly something of a miracle these films work as well as they do given these limitations. So because of that, sometimes the scene's a touch awkward or a tad emptier than it should be, but it doesn't ruin any of the films, and honestly, if I was a kid, I don't think I'd even notice. So yes, I will probably make some jokes about their acting at times, but I do understand it's probably the best we could get under these very unique circumstances.
You have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
We swore when we took him in we'd put a stop to all this rubbish.
You knew.
You saw they burned the letters right in front of you. 8 movies, they had to make 8 movies. The aunt and uncle insult Harry's parents, the head of the school, the art of wizardry. But let's make the fat kid pay for trying to sneak a bite of cake. Wait till he sees how many nipples he has. Hagrid begins Harry's journey into the world of magic.
This is Professor Quirrell. Can't tell you how pleased I am to meet you.
He did it. And he takes him to the wizard marketplace. Whimsy, get your whimsy here.
How am I to pay for all this?
Well, there's your money, Harry. Gringotts, the Wizard Bank.
Filled with possibly some questionable stereotypes, I'm choosing to look the other way on, and I advise you do too.
Mr. Harry Potter wishes to make a withdrawal.
And does Mr. Harry Potter have his key?
There's Vern Troyer as the banker, but Warwick Davis, who voices him, as well as playing 2 other roles.
Professor Dumbledore gave me this. It's about you-know-what in Vault, you-know-which.
He plays... Isn't he... No? No? I digress. My fault.
Renamed for Americans, you know why. They get the Sorcerer's Stone and are off to get Harry a wand.
I wondered when I'd be seeing you, Mr. Potter.
Ah, the actor who should have played Dumbledore. Yeah, Harris and Gambon did well, but brother, imagine John Hurt, the original Aragorn, playing that role. Even with just this small scene, he still brings what I can only describe as a sincere magic to this moment. After some destruction, of course. Now pick it up!
Perhaps this.
Does he just pay for all the destruction these kids cause when they test wands? He gets the feeling a very special wand might be to Harry's fitting. Nope. He says the wand has a connection to the person who gave Harry that scar, one whose name must never be mentioned. But they mention it like a million times in these movies. It's Voldemort.
I think it is clear that we can expect great things from you.
Anyway, $100. Hagrid tells Harry that he who should not be named killed his parents in a flashback that honestly is edited and shot in such a hokey way it reminds me of Unsolved Mysteries. And the next day he's taken to the train station to take him to Hogwarts.
This is platform 9 3/4.
It's very important. Stick to your ticket.
But stay clear of platform 7.5. That leads to some strange shit.
You first.
What an amazingly kept secret this magical world is. There's like a ton of people there. Actually, I guess a British person would have to admit they were wowed by something if that ain't gonna happen.
Walk straight at the wall between platforms 9 and 10.
Oh, you also have to eat that, oh dear.
You'll get sick of this shot soon. It's in all the damn films. On the train, he meets Ron Weasley, played by Rupert Grint, and Hermione Granger, played by Emma Watson.
These aren't real frogs, are they?
We use only the finest baby frogs.
I've only tried a few simple ones myself. For example, Oculus Reparo.
Yeah, I'm completely blind. Add that to the lawsuits I'm gonna file against this place.
Right then, this way to the boats. Come on now.
They take the train to a ferry. Rowboats. Make sense of that. Where they're introduced to Draco Malfoy, played by Tom Felton.
It's true then. Harry Potter has come to Hogwarts.
My other favorite character for the exact same reason as the Dursleys. He is a complete cartoon. Every pose he has is like he's starring in the kid version of In the Company of Men.
And I'm Malfoy. Draco Malfoy. You don't want to go making friends with the wrong sort.
Also, clearly no favoritism from this hat who tells everyone which house to go in.
Plenty of courage, I see. Not a bad mind either. There's talent. Oh, yes.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a school that hands out participation awards as much as remember there's a million kids better than you awards. I kind of respect that.
Let the feast begin.
Hello! By the way, the psychedelics we slipped into your milk should be taking effect about now, children.
This is the most direct path to the dormitories.
That picture's moving. Look at that one, Harry.
I'll just say it, this is probably the best looking out of all the films. Not only did it set the visual tone for the franchise, but combined a variety of effects and, my god, actually has color. As the films go on, they start to blend together, looking very flat and colorless, relying too much on CG and grayer palettes. Like, which movie is this shot from? You probably can't tell. Most of them look like this later on. But here, you can tell right away this is from the first. Even the darker moments still have color, allowing it to look more three-dimensional.
Okay, I give him a point. That's actually very good points. But on the other hand, the movies were darker, so I think they compensate the color palette to the tone of the movies. So I give him a point, but on the other hand, I understand why they did it.
Not all the teachers are friendly, though, with Alan Rickman playing Professor Snape.
I don't expect many of you to approve.
Oh, come on, Professor Snape. He's the friendliest teacher there is. He jokes all the time. Sarcasm.
Appreciate the subtle science and exact art that is potion making.
Sounds like a typical craft brewer. He tests Potter's knowledge to find he doesn't live up to the hype around him.
What would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood? Where, Mr. Potter, would you look if I asked you to find me a bezoar?
Can you tell me where I can find the most obnoxious kiss ass in the room?
Ooh, that's me!
The kids are taught how to fly their first broom.
Mr. Longbottom! Mr. Longbottom!
Longbottom, control your rod! I thought I'd have to wait till senior year to tell you kids that. Hi, 2001 effects.
Okay.
Yeah, for as good as most of the film, and even most of the effects look, it does still date itself from time to time. Okay. Again, though, it is impressive how timeless most of this film is. Okay. I'll admit, if I was a kid watching this and I was surrounded by this imagery and the sheer size and scope of this place and what it can do, I would dig the hell out of it. I can see why people really want this place to exist. It really feels like you can breathe in it.
Potter, this is Oliver Wood. Wood, I have found you a seeker.
When Harry shows he's a natural on the broom, he's called to be a seeker in the game of Quidditch.
Have you heard Harry Potter's the new Gryffindor Seeker? I always knew he'd do well.
I told myself he'd either be that or a cult leader. When the staircase sends our heroes to a different location, they discover a three-headed dog that, I'll admit, for 2001 is a pretty damn good CG effect, named Fluffy.
What do they think they're doing? Keeping a thing like that locked up in a school.
You really don't know Hogwarts. Wait till you see their swimming lessons. After the kids practice a levitation spell.
Stop. You're going to take someone's eye out. Besides, you're saying it wrong.
If this was a school play, they would be so good. But later it's announced a troll is on the loose. A very, very embarrassing looking troll. Yeah, even for 2001, this looked pretty awful. This is the girls' room.
I am a girl.
Penny
Don't touch him! You'll turn to shitty CGI too!
Wingardium Leviosa!
They end up defeating it, yet somehow are balled out for it.
Explain yourselves, both of you.
It's my fault, Professor McGonagall.
If I saw 3 kids knocked out a troll, I'd give them each a pair of Air Merlins. And the next day, Harry gets some mail.
It's a broomstick.
Yes. They do teach you things in this school, right? It's for its Quidditch match, which is the next day. Again, the way they make Slytherin look so over-the-top evil cracks me up.
Take that side.
Fear my monster voice before I bite your head off with my authentic British teeth. It looks like Snape is casting a spell on Harry's broom, which, yes, is fun to watch again once you know what's going on. But Hermione and Ron set his cloak on fire, allowing Harry to get the golden snitch, which finishes the game. There's nothing I can say that Owl House doesn't sum up perfectly.
If catching that thing is so important, why do anything else? There's no reason to watch any of the other players. That's such a stupid rule!
Admit it, you felt seen after hearing that. Harry gets another mysterious gift.
That's an invisibility cloak.
What makes you say that? And uses it to see if Snape is really up to no good.
You don't want me as your enemy, Quirrell.
Wouldn't you love it if everybody randomly did that, knowing this thing exists? So you know that girl Jill? I'm only dating her. Oh, hold on. I'm only dating her to get to her sister.
I knew it!
Oh, damn it, Jill, where are you? He discovers a mirror that shows you what your heart desires, so naturally he sees his parents.
So do you sing a song or something? I mean, what are we doing?
I see that you, like so many before you, have discovered the delights of the mirror of Erised.
I know I said I would prefer John Hurt as Dumbledore, but Harris does a good job acting like a guy who's seen it all and has come out the other end calmer and wiser. I believe this guy has a long, interesting history.
This mirror gives us neither knowledge or truth. Men have wasted away in front of it.
I thought keeping it out of school for children made the most sense.
The Sorcerer's Stone transforms any metal into pure gold and produces the elixir of life.
Our trio find out more about the Sorcerer's Stone and try to get more info from Hagrid. But he's too busy being the Queen of Dragons.
Hello, Norbert. Oh, you Norbert. Hey.
You know, if you were to ask me what a dragon sounds like, I would have assumed Stimpy's high-pitched yell.
Good evening.
Malfoy gets them in trouble, though, but seeing how he was also out after hours, he as well gets punished.
You're going into the forest after all.
We can't go in there.
Nighty night.
Don't let the everything bite. While in the forest, Harry discovers a strange creature, but buff Mr. Tumnus scares him off. He warns him, though, that the evil creature may have a connection to he who shall not be named.
A monstrous creature.
Do you mean to say that thing that killed the unicorn, that was drinking his blood, that was Voldemort?
Oh no, that was the school mascot. Sorry I gave you that impression. They think Snape wants to use the Sorcerer's Stone to bring back Voldemort, so they sneak back to the hidden room Fluffy was guarding, but Longbottom doesn't want them to get Gryffindor in trouble again.
I'll fight you. Trificus Totalis. Sorry.
The brain cancer should go away and wait. Wait, better say goodbye to your loved ones.
Aloha Mora.
This begins several confusing booby traps that honestly seem pretty easy to outwit. First, Fluffy has a hard-on for dramatic tension as he mostly just stands there drooling on them and lets them escape. Then in H.R. Giger's swimming pool, they just have to relax. And if that doesn't work, shine a light on them. Not much of a threat. After that, the horrible task of flying keys, and the one that's different is obviously the proper one. Oh god, they're keys. I mean, what are they gonna do? Insert themselves in whatever hole they can find? Alright, I see the threat. And finally, an enchanted chess game. Which, I'll be honest, is pretty freaking cool. This is a long movie, and when it starts to feel its length, a scene like this pops up that looks amazing and does a good job waking you up.
Now what do we do?
We're gonna play our way across the room.
Harry, Hermione, stand on those two squares that somehow the board knew you would fill, while Ron takes the knight that he can get off of any time, yet he'll sacrifice himself so Harry can checkmate, which isn't even a sacrifice. He's fine. Is this explained better in the book?
It's you that has to go on. I know it. Not me, not Hermione, you.
Give me a bland look of indifference if you understand. Good.
Ron!
No, he was the only one of the main three who had a fairly consistent performance.
Ron's right. I have to go on.
In a twist that I will totally admit fooled me, it turned out Professor Quirrell was the mastermind trying to bring Voldemort back, not Snape.
Who would suspect? Poor stuttering Professor Quirrell.
Can you blame me? Every other obviously evil character was obviously evil, so yeah, this threw me for a loop.
Use the boy. Come here, Potter!
Can't tell if you put him under a spell to make him walk so stilted or if that's just 11-year-old Ratcliffe's acting. In a pretty cool effect, he reveals Voldemort is on the back of his head. Somehow that version could conjure a nose, but his full form couldn't. And Harry realizes by looking in the mirror, the stone pops up in his pocket.
Oh, fun fact, by the way. You saw the eyes of Voldemort there. So that's the only adaptation in this movie. Erised rewrite. Just little tidbits.
Because of a spell cast on it where if you don't want it, it'll appear. So why didn't it appear to Harry earlier, or Ron, or I don't care.
Would you like to see your mother and father again? We can bring them back.
Your mother is in here with us, Harry. Would you like to leave a message?
Kill him!
By the way, I wouldn't have thought the way he leapt there was really cool.
I didn't wash my hands, and I'm 11. You have no idea what I've been doing with them.
Harry seems to somehow defeat them as later he wakes up in a hospital bed. You kind of figured the school would have a decent amount of those. And Dumbledore explains why his mother sacrificing herself allowed Harry to beat them.
That kind of act leaves a mark. It lives in your very skin.
What is it?
Love, Harry.
You know, I thought years later I wouldn't still roll my eyes at that. I do. Well, time for the psychological counseling to help you cope with this trauma. Or points! It's time to award points!
Another year gone.
Some of you also gone.
In fourth place, Gryffindor with 312 points. Third place, Hufflepuff with 352 points.
All these houses sound like drunk Pokemon. You ever notice that?
In second place, Ravenclaw with 426 points.
Yeah, not gonna lie, after seeing your dead parents, surviving monsters, and defeating the man who tried to kill you as a baby, school points really doesn't seem like that big a deal to end on.
And in first place, Slytherin House.
He really is the Linus Minus of the franchise.
However, I have a few last-minute points to award.
That's right. Surprise points are given, including to Longbottom, who will continue the tradition both these films and these books will constantly ask, was he accidentally meant to be the main character?
It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends. Gryffindor wins the House Cup.
However, because we're going by Mario Party rules, we have other bullshit points to hand out. Best farting goes to Smelling Wolf. However, best tripping and looking back like something was there, Cock and Swallow. However, best being on your phone in class without anybody knowing you're on your phone in class while also giving the best fart, Shit and Bop. However, the school year is over and Harry is sent back to his incredibly unfit family. I mean, does child services now exist in this world? What's the qualification for good care? They keep him alive?
This is for you.
It's the Chronicles of Narnia. I figure you should see where a good third of this material came from.
If that dolt of a cousin of yours gives you any grief, threaten him with a nice pair of ears to go with that.
Narnia and Harry Potter are okay, they're both fantasy, but totally different stories.
Tale of his.
I have to like a kid's film that ends with, if a family member is giving you trouble, threaten him with physical mutilation.
Oh.
So long, Hagrid. Oh, Peter Dinklage on still standing in for Hagrid. I mean, that's magic. Magic did that.
And that was the first Harry Potter. Is it my thing? No, but that doesn't mean it isn't still very, very impressive. Considering how much they had to plan these films out even before the book series was finished and fighting the passing of time with the kids aging, it is mind-blowing how timeless, visually stunning, and charming enough this, as well as the majority of movies, turned out. The problems it has really are minor. They just happen to be minor things that keep me at a bit of a distance from truly loving it. Watching it, I do say, yeah, this is charming, but it could be Studio Ghibli charming. I know it has that capacity in there. But maybe that's what the books are for. They can make more time to explore things in a way a movie just can't. And once again, the fact that we got something this good with these limitations truly is a major accomplishment. I have my issues, but I know if I was a kid growing up with this, I wouldn't care one bit about them. Instead, get sucked into the imaginative world they created.
And I still don't.
While it's not a perfect film, but it accomplished getting kids into fantasy and inspiring them to create their own imaginative environments over 2 decades later, that is about as perfect a lasting impact you can get.
Yes.
And now there's nothing left to do but think back to the enchanting adventures I went on. Yeah, no parents should send their kids there. What's wrong with people?
Okay, so that was my reaction to the video. Overall, I don't always agree with his opinion on this particular review, but it was hilarious. So, yes, if you like the content, please like and subscribe, and see you next time.